Welcome back to The Inspired Entrepreneur with Heather Hope. Hey everyone, welcome back. This is your host, Heather Hope. Welcome to the Inspired Entrepreneur podcast. Okay, so welcome back. If you are new here, hi, nice to meet you. My name is Heather, and I'm a law of attraction business coach, mentor, teacher, inspired writer, and speaker, all those things. So, what I do is I help people, entrepreneurs, and that term entrepreneurs, it can be really broad. I work with actors, actresses, store owners. I work with YouTubers. I work with anybody who is basically self-employed. So that could be a wide range of people, TV personalities, all this. I have them all. And so but you guys are entrepreneurs. You guys are doing more than others. So I help entrepreneurs really bridge that gap between law of attraction and their business. Like how do I do all of this? Because so often people who believe in law of attraction, who understand it a bit, still do all the things that humans do to try to grow their business. And so I'm here to help you truly understand how to have your business, how to start one, how to grow your business by really through the power of the universe. Okay, so let's get started. So basically what this podcast is, if you don't know already, is it's a daily podcast for 1 year. I don't think I've actually said that before. For 1 year. It's 366 days of inspiration for the entrepreneur. It's a book, actually, that I've been writing that can sit on your desk and you can flip to each day and you can use it over and over and over for every year. And you just flip to September 15th is today. So you'd flip to that day on your desk, and it will tell you this: what you accept as true will become your reality. And a lot of my pages in this book are very short and sweet. They're very short and sweet because I know entrepreneurs are really busy. My goal is maybe you won't be as busy as you listen to these podcast episodes, because I'm not as busy as I could be, because I understand inspired action so deeply. Like there's days that I don't feel like doing anything, like zero inspiration. No matter what I do, I'm not feeling it. And I still try to make myself work, and it does not do anything for me. Literally doesn't. I waste the day trying to make myself work. Tell me if you can relate to that, because I have to tell myself, go stop it. Just stop doing this and go do something else. If I let go of this resistance of trying to make myself do something and go do something else to take my mind off of it, guess what I probably will end up doing? Being inspired to do something. Maybe in my business, maybe something else, maybe another idea. But you have to let go. You cannot make yourself work when you're not feeling inspired. There's no energy there. When you're not in the zone. It's so important to be in that zone. Okay, so today is what you accept as true will become your reality. This is huge. This is such a huge part of the mindset of belief systems. This is one of the coolest things that I remember. I remember the moment that I understood what this was. I remember that moment like it was yesterday. And it was so powerful. It was so powerful. Okay, so what you accept as true will become your reality. Think about that. So that's the basis of all of this, right? So when somebody tells you the truth, you can ask them, what truth are you talking about? Your truth, my truth, the truth of society? What truth are you talking about? I don't like those words, the truth. I just don't. If you listen to me for a while, you know how I feel about that, because when people say, "Oh, you just need somebody to tell you the truth." No, you really don't need anybody telling you the truth, because they're going to tell you their truth. And whatever they're believing is their truth. Please, for everything, really let this sink in. If this is new to you, let this sink in. everything that other people tell you that is true for them. And it doesn't have to be true for you. Okay, so in business, let me give you some thoughts about this because I see it all the time. Statistics. There might be another podcast episode of this or in the book somewhere about statistics. I can't talk. Statistics is a group of people who have put their sights on a particular thing to create that to be true. Does that make sense? So like, okay, so in business, if you're into like email marketing or online marketing or whatever, if you collect emails in your business, if you have an opt-in, whatever it is, there's lots of statistics of like open rates. Like the open rates, they say, are somewhere between, 20-25%, depending on your industry. Okay, so what I want you to do is to never look at that again, never think about it, never ever believe that has to be true. It's true. So what a lot of people do are like, okay, so what's normal? What's the average? So I know what I should be targeting. And I want to pull my hair out because I'm like, no, that is the opposite of what you should be doing. This is why most business owners are limiting their success because they're doing all of these things. So when people ask, what's normal? What's the average? What should I be shooting for? And somebody's like, well, shoot for 20%. You're doing well. You're doing good. Okay, I'll shoot for 20%. What if it could be 80%? Because mine is 87% open rate. And when I saw that, I was like, okay, cool. Awesome. Energy is great. Universe is awesome. Like I'm doing the right things. So I don't buy in to stats. I don't buy into them because I know what that's about. It's, it's really fascinating. But don't buy into stats. Don't buy into what is normal. You're not normal. You're not normal. If you're listening to me, you're not normal. And what normal is just a regular human out there just trying to live their life, not understanding truly what any of this is about, right? We're all human, but you're superhuman because you know this stuff. You understand it. So as a superhuman, we could just call it what it is. You're a superhuman. You have power. You have power. So don't ever limit yourself by stats that other people have told you are good. No, the universe will show you. They'll show you a lot more if you would not focus on those numbers or not focus on what other people say is true. So you get to decide what is true for you. Back when I first started doing business coaching with Law of Attraction, I created rules in my business. I created rules. These are the things that I will do or will happen in my business because that's what I want. So one of them, I'll tell you one for sure. One for sure is, being a coach for a while now, it was super common. It's common in the MLM industry because I've done several MLMs in the past. Don't do them anymore. But that people will message other people for business. And so I came from that for a little bit, but coaching is kind of that way too. And I mean, I don't know. I don't see it anymore because it's not a part of my world. So like literally it's the rarest thing in the world for anybody to message me about trying to get my business. It just doesn't happen anymore. I don't put my focus there. So really nice too. But what I created in my business is that when somebody wants to work with me, they will message me. That's just the way it is. I come from a very professional background of kind of like when if you're a doctor, you put your name in the phone book or on the internet and people call you. People call you because you're the doctor. If somebody's sick, they need a doctor in the area, they call you. As a therapist, that's what it was. I had my name in, I don't even know where, somewhere, and people called me. I didn't have to call people. I didn't have to message anybody. I didn't have to cold call. It's like, no. So I treat myself and I treat my business professionally. So if somebody wants my services, somebody wants to work with me, they have to contact me. Period. So I have never asked for anybody. Everybody messages me. Everybody just clicks on a link, pays for the program, and gets in. That's it. I keep it very easy. There's no sales calls. That's the other thing. I made another rule as a coach that I don't do sales calls. I don't need to sell, especially with the law of attraction. You don't have to sell. There's no selling involved. I recently reframed the terms of my what you would call a sales page for my Soul Aligned Business Academy, which is open. By the way, I don't call it a sales page anymore because people have a hang up on sales. Even I do too. I don't want to deal with sales. This is what it is. If you want it, click on it. I've made it very reasonably priced. I have a really great bonus. If you want to pay for the year, you get right in and you just start working. And so I call it the information and sign up page. That's all it is. Information and sign up page. It gives you the information of the program and it gives you a place to sign up. You pay the fee and you get in. Period. Business does not have to be that hard. This is not about sales. Sales is manipulation. That's what Abraham Hicks says. Manipulation, like, writing sales copy. What are the words? What are the psychology words that I need to say to get somebody to buy? It's manipulation. And I'm like, well, I don't want to manipulate people. I actually want people who I've attracted, who follow me, who understand what this is about and who wants what I have. That's it. I'm not out trying to make people sign up and they're not the right fit. So that's a rule that I have. So 2 rules I have: that people message me to work with me. Second one, what was the second one already? I don't do sales calls. And I have a list of them. My clients love paying me. They pay me for, they're long-term clients. I have a list of them somewhere. I have it written down, but it's really, really powerful when you make a decision that this is how you really want your business to work. Because so often there's a lot of things that we've been taught, all of us, myself included, all these things that you should be doing or you have to do in your business. Now, if you're totally free to make up all the rules in your business, make up the ones that you really want to happen. So if there's things that you don't like in your business at all, you've tried, you hate it, blah, 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 don't do it or outsource it. Don't do it or outsource this. There's very little things that you have to do in a lot of businesses. But if there are things that you have to do, if you can outsource it, outsource it. If you can't, then you have to line up with it. We can talk more about that again. So what you accept as true will become your reality. So whatever you want to be true, what do you want to be true? So way back when I realized all this, my husband and I, there was this time in the past that we were both trying to make more money just on the side. And we were both delivering food for DoorDash. And so we worked in the exact same location. We used to live in the same complex, but we did this here and there, as we could. We were both taking care of our elderly people. I was taking care of my grandmother who was bedridden, and he was taking care of his father. So we were like supposed to be there 24/7, but to make some extra money and to get out of the house too, we both, went out and did a couple of hours here and there. And it was a lot of fun. I liked doing it. But he would say Thursdays, would he say, I think Thursdays for him were really busy. And Thursdays for me were not. And I'm like, what? That doesn't make any sense because we worked in the exact same area. So why would he And so I thought, okay, I'm not going to choose to think that anymore. I'm going to line up with the idea that Thursdays are busy because Rod, his nights are busy. So I stopped putting that power and reaffirming that Thursdays are dead. I stopped saying it. And I was believing him when he said that they were busy. It's pretty cool. So I hear this all the time from people. Oh, it's always like this. Oh, this is the way it is. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm thinking in my head, is that what you really want, though? Is that what you really want? Because people do this all the time. Humans who don't understand this, they're like, well, the weekends. I try not to think this way too on certain things. That certain days seem slower than others. But I try not to put much thought into it because I don't want to allow that to be like even more true in my life, like more and more. Does that make sense? So in the comment section below, wherever you're listening this from, tell me things that you would like to be true for you. I did post this something similar. It's in this book too. It's on this podcast somewhere, of what about money in particular would you like to believe? What belief would you like to have when it comes to money? Really powerful stuff. Like, I would like to believe that it's easy to make a lot of money. That's a belief. I'd like to believe. That's very general. I'd like to believe that it's easy to make money. It's easy to allow money. It's easy to have more clients. I'd like to believe that my business could be easier. So down below, wherever you are, if you're listening to this, wherever, on YouTube or on Facebook, tell me some beliefs that you would like to start believing. Very powerful stuff. Okay, guys, I'm going to let you go, and I will talk to you again tomorrow. Have an amazing rest of your day. Bye-bye.